Newman fires the 0-1. Popped up into the air. This should do it. Getting under it, Woolley. Right of second base. Gloves it. Destination Omaha. LSU.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Tigers Roar. For the 18th time in baseball program history, Paul Mainieri's LSU Tigers are headed to Omaha. That's the stated goal every year, and they're headed that way. I'm Tommy Chrysan, joined by Jordy Hultberg. Jordy, good evening. How are you?
I'm terrific, and congratulations. Paul Mainieri's 5th trip as an LSU Tiger head coach, 6th overall. He did take the Notre Dame Fighting Irish one time, so it was job well done. 16 straight wins, and now one of 8 teams left in the hunt.
Well, you know, if we back it up to February, everybody said, well, you know, they kind of got it, and if they got these guys coming back, and they got pitching, and, you know, the SEC is going to be tough. And then we got into April, and we started wondering, including myself, you know, is this an Omaha team? Is this a super regional team? Well, all questions have been answered to date. And this team, as someone put on my radio show the other day, they're charging into Omaha. They're not limping in. They're not going in hoping to do well, and maybe this guy's got to heal up a little bit. They are charging into Omaha, and I've always maintained the most dangerous thing in sports is confidence. I think this is a confident baseball team.
They've got a batting order, and Andy Cannizaro said it best. They've got from 1 to 9. They've got dangerous hitters along the way. You've got Lang, Poche, who didn't have his greatest outing, Walker, and then you've got Gilbert out of the bullpen. You've got Hess out of the bullpen, Newman out of the bullpen. It seems like, you know, I asked Paul Mainieri, what does it mean to be a team built for Omaha? And he said, you know, you just got to be able to manufacture runs. The home run ball doesn't really, you know, you don't count on that. So you got to be able to manufacture runs. You got to have good pitching. You got to play good defense, and it seems like they're doing it. But their first opponent, Florida State, is eerily similar to what happened to LSU. They were ranked number 1 in the country at one point in time, and then they fell out of the poll completely. And now they've won 18 of their last 21 to get to where they are. So 2 teams on a collision course playing their best ball.
Well, you know, all the college teams, they know that, hey, you got to play your best baseball at the end of April and in May and then into the postseason and in your conference tournament, because they know that selection committee is looking at that. They're looking at the whole body of work, but they're looking more at what happens lately in LSU and Florida State, who do meet Saturday night at 7 o'clock in Omaha. They both followed that script and played their best baseball when it was most important to play it. I'm sure there's some teams that maybe lost in the super regional or even in a regional who are thinking, you know, we just, you know, we almost had it, but if we'd have done that, and if we'd have got this, and well, that doesn't work, you know. So the 8 teams that are going in Omaha, and as Coach Mainieri said earlier in the week, there's no gimmies in Omaha. The 8 teams that are there are capable of beating the other teams. Yeah, there's going to be some favorites, and there's some national seeds and all that, but it's looking to be a heck of an Omaha, a heck of a tournament.
It's the equivalent of college football playoff. It's the equivalent of the Final Four in basketball. I am amazed. You know, LSU's won more national championships than any team in the field. Cal State, Fullerton in second. LSU's got 6. Fullerton's got 4. Oregon State's got 2. Nobody else has won a College World Series. Florida State's been 22 times. Yeah. They're the Phil Mickelson of college baseball as compared with what's going on right now at the U.S. Open. Close, but no cigar. But what amazes me, Mike Martin, they've had 40 consecutive seasons, 40 of 40-plus wins or more. That is unbelievable.
You know, Mike Martin
40
is a Hall of Fame coach in what you just said. 40 straight years of 40-plus wins.
LSU's next with 6.
Yeah.
6.
So, you know, but every time you throw the bouquets, everybody, including me, will say, but they've never done it in Omaha. They've been 22 times. They've been 2 and out many times in Omaha.
Runner-up 3 times.
Never done it. And, you know, Mike Martin would like nothing more than to do it and finally win it and get that albatross off of his neck. But he has not done it. So, so lo and behold, you know, you've got this situation. You know, you got You got 8 good teams, Oregon State, Cal State, Fullerton on the other side of the LSU bracket. They'll play the first game in Omaha Saturday afternoon, and then depending on whether you win or lose, you play Monday.
3 SEC teams in it. So
3 SEC teams. That's really good.
Well,
we got a lot to cover for you tonight on Tigers Roar, including recapping the sweep over Mississippi State. What a turnout by the crowd when you had suspect weather.
I was there. It was
you were
amazing.
There late,
it was it threw off my Monday pretty badly, but it was something else. It was really fun.
So we'll have plenty of recaps and interviews. The Major League Draft started on Monday night, and lots of Tigers have been taken. Lots of Tigers signees have been taken and are not going to go. Now the draft continued on Wednesday with the later rounds, so there could be more names that go. Other guys from Louisiana, I know Max Sorolla from Southeastern went in the 5th round. He had pitched against LSU in the regional. So, we got a lot of the draft stuff to talk about tonight. Saints are in mini camp.
Yes, they are.
A lot of good stories about Adrian Peterson. We got a little special on him tonight as well.
AP.
We'll visit with Ronnie Rance of the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame Foundation.
Yeah, that's a big event.
They got a big event, the induction up in Natchitoches. And then, of course, we'll also go over all kind of good things for you.
The NBA's over. The NBA's
yeah, we got to do that before we go to break. The NBA's over. Done. Warriors are the world champs. They win it in 5 games.
Now everybody's figuring out what can we do in the offseason to try and get close to them. The problem is you try to pick up a player, but there are no more Kevin Durant's out there.
All right, I got a question for you.
World champ,
Durant,
there you go.
The MVP on the World Championship. And he's the different in the team this year versus last year. Everybody knows that. But my question for you is LeBron James. Much maligned. His record speaks for itself. He's, I think, the best basketball player in the world today. And I know there's some close and people can argue that.
No, there isn't.
But the losses in the finals, the missed shots in the last 3 minutes. Why is everybody looking at that instead of 7 straight finals? I mean,
He is the most criticized athlete in the world.
It's hard to, for all we know, he's been a model citizen off the court. He hasn't had issues like other people do, or at least that we know about. But why does he get so maligned, Jordy? I mean, you got the pulse of the NBA.
I think it's because he has been, ever since he was 15, 16 years old, and he's been labeled. He's been labeled, and the chosen one, the king, all these things. And the bigger you are, the harder you fall sometimes. But I just equate it this way: if you take, there was a moment in the game 5, 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. Kevin Durant's got 2 fouls. LeBron James on a 2-on-1 fast break gets the ball, takes it to the basket, dunks it. Durant hits him in the forehead, no call. If he gets a 3rd foul and he has to sit out, do you think that really affects Golden State?
I don't think at that point, no.
Okay. Same thing, reverse it. LeBron James. If LeBron James has to sit out 10 minutes for Cleveland, what happens there?
They flatline for 10 minutes. They flatline for 10 minutes and probably can't overcome it.
It's a 20-0 run.
Right.
It's over. So that sums it all up completely.
All right. No, that's well put. And I just, I enjoy when I do watch LeBron James play basketball because you can't see that anywhere else, okay? But sometimes it confuses me how he gets, okay, the decision thing was a bad idea. He admitted that. Yes. That if a year later, hey, if I could do that over, I would do it significantly differently. Right. But people won't forget it. They won't forget we're going to win 5, 6, 7.
He's always mine. Let me ask you this, as a sports fan, I've watched this. It's been going on now, this 30 for 30 on the Celtics and the Lakers, best of enemies. And there's certain plays out there, like Kurt Rambis driving to the basket, and in the timeout before that play, the Celtics said no more layups. And Kevin McHale, totally out of character, just clotheslines him, takes him down. If that had happened in today's rules, Kevin McHale would have been kicked out and wouldn't play the rest of the series.
10-game suspension.
Wouldn't play. Do you think fans like this current style of basketball, or do you think they like the older style of basketball?
I think our generation, and maybe the one right after us, likes the older style. Let's go play. I think the younger people like the three-pointers and the dunks and the running up and down the floor and the all-star game where they play zero defense.
I think there's a happy medium we can get to.
I don't know. Yeah, I think we need to find that because I realize I'm old school with basketball and other things, and I realize things change, but maybe somewhere in the middle. I think that's a good
in college,
idea.
we used to be able to put our hand on you a little bit.
Right.
Now you.
Well, and when you position for a rebound, I mean, I never did it, but you'd lean. Greg Cook leaned on many a guy, and when you got two guys that weigh 240 trying to get position, you're gonna have contact.
But there is, it's the utilization, the spacing of the court now, and the mid-range game is gone. It's either threes or 3-feeters. 3-footers.
3 or 2 to go.
That's it. So I'm just kind of curious. But that was a really good documentary. It was really good.
All right, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to look back at the sweep over Mississippi State. So many storylines going into that series, and we don't need to really rehash all of that. The key thing was that LSU had to win 2 out of 3. They won the first 2 and punched their ticket to Omaha, and Mississippi State can go back to the drawing board. So we'll take a break. We'll come back with a recap of Game 1 of the LSU-Mississippi State Super Regional Series with Jordy Hultberg and Tommy Chrysan. This is Tigers Roar on Pelican Sports TV, Baton Rouge, Lafayette, New Orleans, and on the internet at PelicanSportsTV.com. Cox Cable, AT&T, UVerse. Stay with us. Acord Eye Clinic Vision Source is located on Perkins Road in Baton Rouge, offering full-service optical and lab work. Dr. Shonda Acord and the professionally trained staff pride themselves on service, complete eye exams, help with contact lenses, and selection of frames featuring Silhouette, Gucci, Jimmy Choo, and all the top lines. State-of-the-art equipment including Optimap, which digitally photographs your retina. Call Acord Eye Clinic for an appointment, 225-767-3937. That's 225-767-3937. Visit the website, visionsource-br.com. All patients of all ages are welcome. Acord Eye Clinic, Vision Source. Perkins Road Veterinary Hospital is a full-service veterinary hospital committed to your pet's health. We offer advanced diagnostic and therapeutic medical services, laser surgery, dog and cat diets, and treats, along with stress-free boarding. Dr. Ritchie sees patients for routine checkups to keep your loved ones happy, also advanced medical and surgical cases. We have separate condos for cat boarding and large climate-controlled canine boarding. Our boarding dogs get to have fun in a very large play yard several times a day. Laser therapy is a service that we offer to heal wounds and help our patients that suffer from chronic pain. Laser therapy is a wonderful adjunct treatment for neurologic and arthritic pain with no side effects. Your pets are family members and deserve the best and highest quality of care. Dr. Ritchie and his staff greatly respect the human-animal bond and are committed to exceeding your expectations. Cypress Lake Apartments are conveniently located off Segan Lane in Baton Rouge. Come see this community, which has many amenities including swimming pools, fitness room, playground, and much more. Beautiful views of Cypress Lake. 1, 2, 3-bedroom apartments are available. Stop by and see Cypress Lake Apartments. Give them a call at 225-293-6789 or visit online, cypresslake-apartments.net. Continue with Tigers Roar. Jody, before we get to game one of the Super Regional, LSU football kind of in a little holding pattern now.
Certainly nothing much going on.
Certainly the coaches are working on recruiting. There's a big elite camp coming up next week. There's some 7-on-7 stuff. There's a big 7-on-7 deal at Santa Monica High School this week for teams all over the state. But, you know, in terms of LSU football, they're recruiting. They're finishing planning up camps. And
kids are in, the freshmen are in, they're taking classes, they're getting indoctrinated into the college world, going through those early morning workouts with Moffitt, lifting weights. I'm sure they've got their 7-on-7s organized, and quarterbacks throwing to wide receivers, that kind of thing. So you can't win a championship at this time of the year, but you can certainly lose one by not going about the business at hand.
Yeah, we'll continue to keep tabs on Coach Ed Orgeron and the Tiger football program, and if anything shakes, certainly all the local radio guys.
Any reason for the bright red shirt today?
I don't know, just variety's the spice of life.
Because that's not Florida State's color. So
no, it's not.
All right, very good.
All right.
Brighten up things around here.
We want to recap game one of the Mississippi State Super Regional. Of course, the Tigers had swept the Bulldogs in Starkville latter part of May. And then game one, a whole different circumstance. All the side stories with Canizero and Brent Rooker.
Game one was...
Brent Rooker did not get a hit on the weekend for Mississippi State. He walked sometimes and he scored a couple runs, but he did not get a hit.
They made him relatively insignificant, and that says an awful lot.
And he's odds-on favorite to win the Golden Spikes Award. So, without any further ado, we've got the highlights of game one. What an exciting game it was, and then some comments from numerous players and Coach Maneri after the game.
Nothing Mississippi State. Here's a swing and a miss. Blew it right by Vansaw for out number 2. Lang records his first strikeout. Then the 0-2. Curveball in the dirt, swing and a miss. Papirski will pick it up, step on home plate to do it.
Key categories, and I'll tell you what I mean. Beautiful.
0-2 curve and a swing and a miss.
That's as we go.
The 0-2 with 2 outs.
Yes.
Outside corner, called strike 3. To lead things off here in the top of the third. Here's a swing and a miss. Breaking ball, and Rooker nearly buckled his knee trying to chase that one. Still at first base. Runner goes. The throw down to second. Robertson waits for it, applies the tag, and Gridley gunned down for out number 3, and the Bulldogs run their way out. The 1-2. Misses low. Again, they'll appeal, and this time they say Vansaw broke the wrist for strikeout number 6 of the night for Alex Lang. 2-2 delivery. Runner goes. Base hit into left center field. Duplantis around second. On his way to third. He'll get there sliding. Watson trying to stretch it into second base. He's safe under the tag. Runners safe second and third. 1 out. Bottom of the 4th inning.
Lang's just got to continue on the pace he's been on.
Outside corner called strike. Lovelady will sit down. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. There's the breaking ball, and Rooker sits down for the second time tonight. Hitter awaits the 1-2 pitch. Outside corner, cold strike 3. Brown down looking. 1-0 pitch. Hit in the air.
Yes,
over the head of the shortstop Gridley into left center field. Robertson into second base. Duplantis with a base hit. Plumlee delivers. Hit in the air.
Yes,
down the line. Fair ball in left field. It'll go all the way to the wall. Coming around is Robertson. They're going to go ahead and send Duplantis. Dykeman in with a 2-run RBI double. And this play's coming uncorked here at the box. It's now 3-2. Mississippi State leads, but the Tigers are on the board. To Watson and 1 out. The pitch. Smack down the line. Hops in front of McNamee. They'll send Dykeman. The throw is cut off, and the Tigers have tied the game on an RBI single from Zach Watson. Bo Jordan at the plate. Runner goes. Ground ball, hit and run into right field. Watson around second. He'll come into third, and a single for Bo Jordan as the Tigers taking a page from Andy Canizero. And then Jordan at second. Smith now at first. First pitch. Hit high and deep to right center field.
Oh, man.
It's deep, though. Mangum in front of the track will field it. They'll tag up Watson. No chance. Tigers going to take a lead 4-3 on the sac fly RBI from junior Michael Papirski. Top of the ninth. An 0-2 count to Stovall. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Top shelf fastball. Stovall down on strikes. And the Tigers win. Tigers win 4-3. Come from behind victory over Mississippi State to take a 1-0 lead in the Super Regionals here in Baton Rouge.
Your ability to come in with that game winner there at the end.
Yep. You know, first of all, you got to tip your hat to Lane. He came out that first inning and struggled a little bit, but, you know, he's a competitor, and, you know, he only gave up 1 run. He gave up three hits all day. You know, it was just a typical Lane performance, and he went out there and battled and battled and battled, and, you know, I got to tip my hat, and, you know, he's a competitor. I love the kid, you know.
Same thing can be said for you guys at the plate. You got a bunch of leadoff guys on,
right.
Can't get anything going. And then
right. You know, you got, like I said, I tip my hat to Lane, but you got to tip your hat to Pilkington. You did really well today, and, you know, the guys out of the pen did really well for them, too, and, you know, we came up, and, you know, we got a couple big hits, and, you know, you square up the ball, good things are going to happen.
Is it a grinder mentality? Just kind of stay at it?
Yeah. You know, Micah talks about, you know, just keep staying at it. We're right there. And, you know, we had that big inning in the 8th, and, you know, usually the big inning wins. And, you know, we had that, we answered to their 2, we answered with 4, and, you know, Hess came out and closed the deal.
How big was it for you personally, you know, after that momentum shift, for you to come back and get the go-ahead?
You know, it's awesome, but, you know, it's a team game. I don't come up unless Kramer gets on. You know, Twan with that big hit, and then Dykeman with the opposite field double, you know, he put a good swing on it. And then, you know, Watson with a huge hit, 2-0 against a cutter guy, and he put a barrel on it, and it was awesome. It was just awesome.
What's the approach for tomorrow?
I don't even know who they're throwing. I haven't even looked at it yet, but, you know, we're going to try to score early and score often, and hope, you know, Poche's going to come out and do what he always does.
That game winning at bat.
There was no panic.
Say it again?
So what is it about this team? There was no panic. You said some things went wrong.
I mean, we were hitting the ball hard. You know, they were throwing a lot of fastballs. We were putting barrels on balls, and they were just weren't falling. But, you know, we came out and battled our butts off, like I'm always say.
Did it ever feel like, man, this might not be our night? We just can't seem to get the run in.
No. You know, we had the opportunities early, and we didn't come through. But late, you know, the big hit by Greg and then the big hit by Watson, it just, you know, was just unbelievable to keep at it like we did. And, you know, just how Lang went out there, you know, that just gives you confidence when he goes out there and keeps us in the ball game, whether he has his stuff or doesn't. You know, in the first inning he struggled a little bit, but he came back and, you know, went 7 1/3 or whatever he went and gave up 3 hits. And, you know, you just got to tip your hat off to him. And, you know, it's his last time here, and, you know.
I mean, you started with the walk, and you were trying to get the crowd fired into it immediately.
They had all the momentum. I felt like the first 7 innings, once they went up 1-0, we were pressing, we were at the plate. Just kind of tense, wanting to get the job done so bad that it was affecting us, and we weren't. And then once they got the 2-run double, they had all the momentum, and I knew I was leading off, and so I wanted to do anything I could to get on base somehow, try to get some momentum, try to get the crowd going, get the dugout going. And then after I came up, Antron and Greg came up with huge hits, and then obviously Watson and Pierce jumping out. It was a rush. It all happened so fast.
I know y'all weren't having a lot of success at the plate while Pilkington was in the game, but it seemed like y'all were working him and making him throw a lot of pitches. How important was that to chase him from the game and get to their bullpen?
Yeah, that was big. That was an approach before the game, was try to make him throw as many pitches as he can. He's a great pitcher that throws really hard. And today he was locating his breaking ball better than he did all year. Normally he's 90% fastballs. Last week I think he only threw 5 curveballs. And then tonight I know he was throwing it a lot more. He was locating it well. And so he was really tough tonight. Mid-90s, low to mid-90s fastball and curveball he was locating. It was tough. We didn't have much success off him, but we kept hanging in there, we kept battling, and that's why you put 27 outs. It doesn't matter when you get them, as long as you get them.
You're coming through in the 8th and really shutting down that inning first before getting to the 9th. Just start with that. How was that? What's your mindset right there?
My mindset was just keep our team in the ball game any way possible, and you don't want to let Alex's runs get across one plate. So you just have to do anything you can to keep those guys from scoring and keep the game.
Were those maybe the two hardest balls you think you've thrown all year, those two to close that thing out?
Probably, yeah. I would say so. I mean, like I said before, when you got 13,000 people screaming LSU in here, it's going to put a little bit more electricity in it for sure. So, I mean, this place was rocking tonight, so I think I was definitely a little bit amped up.
How does your mindset change, or does it change after that 4-run inning of you're coming out with you're down 3-0 and then you come back with a 4-3 lead?
Oh, for sure. I mean, you got to go out there, and now it's, there's no room for error. I mean, I got a little bit frustrated myself when I hung that curveball, and that guy put a good swing on it, took the right field. I mean, you can't make those mistakes in that circumstance because, I mean, when your offense is facing a pitcher like that guy tonight, and he's going to be a first-round draft pick next year, you got to do whatever you got to do to get the job done. So, for sure, you're just trying to go out there and get guys out.
This is one of those reasons you come to LSU for moments like this.
Oh, 100%, man, 100%. There's nothing else like it.
We continue with Tigers Roar. So that was game 1 in the books, and I don't care who you are, where you are, when it's a best of 3, you get that first game, and that is huge. That's an obvious statement, but it's very true.
It was bleak for a while. That Pilkington kid was something.
He'll be in the major leagues. He's a lefty that throws hard and throws strikes.
But I love the fact that Papierski, here's a kid that was much maligned early. He hits that long sac fly to give him the lead. Dykeman with the double. It was tremendous, and that place was hopping. And I think we saw next year's Friday night starter in Mr. Hess.
And what you can do, whenever this season ends, whether they go 2-0 in Omaha or they win the whole thing, when you look back and try to figure out what helped them get where they got, Papierski's starting to contribute in the bottom of the lineup in the last month plus. That's going to be one of the things. Then shortly after that, putting Watson hitting behind Dykeman.
But, just the evolution of these freshmen.
Yeah, that too. I mean, but one of the stories is going to be Papierski, who began to hit down the stretch and get on base. We know his defensive skills are there. Hey, we'll take a break, come back. 2 things when we come back. We're going to tell you about Tremonti's Meat and Seafood for all your Father's Day stuff this Sunday and beyond. And then we'll take a look at Game 2 of the Super Regional. With Jordy Hultberg, I'm Tommy Christ, and this is Tigers Roar. Spread the roar and stay with us.
Creel Tree Service is a licensed and insured tree service providing tree and stump removal, topping, trimming, cabling, pruning, and fertilizing. We have free stump removal with takedowns, free estimates, affordable rates, and senior citizens discounts. Call 774-TREE. That's 774-8733. Get your yard ready for the warmer weather. If it deals with a tree, call me, Creel Tree Service, 774-8733. That's 774-TREE.
My name is Dr. Nicole Rogers, and I'm here in Old Metairie, Louisiana at Hair Restoration of the South, where your hair is our care. And I'd like to invite you to come and visit and discuss various options for treatment of thinning hair. These can include both medical and surgical options. You don't have to go straight to surgery. In the meantime, feel free to check out our website, hairrestorationofthesouth.com, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
This is an important announcement. If you're between 50 and 85 and worried about your loved ones, you can still get affordable life insurance for peace of mind.
My life insurance coverage is guaranteed, and I was not required to get a medical exam.
I had high blood pressure and diabetes, and I got my coverage with one telephone call. No exam necessary.
I'm a smoker, and I wanted to take care of my family. I called to get my life insurance and my affairs in order. I wanted to do the right thing.
Call Final Expense No Exam Insurance. Your rates are guaranteed and will never increase.
I called and learned that this insurance cannot be canceled even if you get sick or gain weight.
And there are no restrictions on how my beneficiaries use the money when I'm gone.
Approval was easy and the price was right. I wanted to do this for my children.
Call 800-654-9927, 800-654-9927.
We continue with Tigers Roar. With Jordy Hultberg, I'm Tommy Christ, and Tremonti's Meat and Seafood. Father's Day is coming up Sunday. Do what you got to do. We wish everyone a happy Father's Day. Lots of family activities going on all over the place. But tell us about Tremonti's Meat and Seafood.
Well, I tell you, it's a great place to go to get everything you need for Father's Day and beyond. They've got great hamburgers, sausage, ribs, chicken, whatever you want. They've got primo barbecue pits that are available with the all-natural charcoal. They got the electric starters that make your charcoal light up in like 2 minutes and you're ready to go. Wines, beers, spirits, everything you need is there. They're world-famous baked beans. You ever had their baked beans? Unbelievable.
I have not, I must
Trust
be honest.
me, unbelievable. Do yourself a favor.
I will do that.
And try that. But go to their website, Tremontis.com. Tremontis.com. And see everything that they've got. They're still doing boiled crawfish as well.
Hey, and I got a friend who's leaving the country.
Yep.
Long story short, he's got to prepare a dinner one night with where he's from, being Louisiana. He's going to get with Mike and get some crawfish fettuccine, going to get some gumbo.
Perfect.
And that's going to be on the menu. And see, Tremonti's can do like all that good stuff.
All their Chairman's Reserve beef, perfect for grilling. That's what you're going to be doing for Father's Day, grilling and chilling and just relax. Tremonti's can take care of everything for you. They're in their summertime hours, so they're open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. now. 9 to 5, Monday through Saturday.
There you go. All right, so LSU wins the first game in the Super Regional in dramatic form, exciting form. Kept that large crowd in there the whole night long. Game 2 started late due to rain. 2 rain delays in the game. Numerous pitching changes. Took a long time, but Tiger fans wanted to get that feeling of going back to Omaha. Coastal Carolina prevented that last year. And we've got all the highlights in Game 2, including some player interviews and a visit with Coach Paul Mainieri. Here's Game 2, the wrap-up of the Super Regional against Mississippi State.
Ground ball, base hit into right field. Robertson gets the green light to come in from third. Throw coming in. Nowhere close. Cut off. And the Tigers take a 1-0 lead on an RBI single off the bat of sophomore Antoine Duplantis. 1-0 delivery. Hit up the middle. Base hit into center field. Coming in will be Freeman. Duplantis will put on the brakes at second base. And the hit parade continues here early. 2-0. LSU leads. Runner
first inning.
The 1-1 hit in the air, right center field. Dykeman having to come in, now speed up a little more, and grabs it on his knee, holds on as he hits the deck.
And his breaking pitch.
The 1-2. Got a piece of it, but in the middle, Papirski, a swing and a miss by Rooker. Corners. Robertson a short lead off first, and now a look over by Jolly, and now it's a ball.
Yeah, you can't do that.
That'll bring Papirski in from third, and it makes it a 3-0 Tiger lead. Robertson will scoot on down to second base.
Yeah, you can't
wait around during a delay. The payoff delivery. Inside corner, called strike 3. So 1 pitch and 1 hit changes the game. Line drive shot off the bat of Stovall. First pitch, and Robertson climbs the ladder and pulls it out of the air.
We'll all be in Omaha.
2-2. Yes, breaking ball, called strike across the plate. Buttery. Line drive off the glove of Rooker. Deflects over in the corner in right field. Coming in to score is Dykeman. They'll go ahead and send Smith. Tigers take the lead 5-4. Runners safe second and third. Papirski delivers once again. Gordon on its way. Slaughter hits it on the hands, pops it up into left field. McNamee's going to come in, but it's going to drop in front of him. Jordan down the line from third, steps on home plate. It's 6-4 Tigers. A run as this one comes inside. Just misses Robertson. Goes all the way to the backstop. Sliding in safely will be Papirski. And it's now 7-4. The 3-1 delivery. Slice down the line. Base hit. Third base. Rolls into left field. Coming in to score is Slaughter. Robertson, a stand-up RBI double. Make it 8-4 Tigers. 1-2 to Duplantis. A ground ball hit towards second. Stovall gloves it, has trouble, throws it in the dirt, and it gets away from Rooker. Coming in to score is Robertson. Make it 9-4. Duplantis safely on the throwing error for Hunter Stovall. The right-hander delivers. High fastball, swing and a miss. Punched out is Jake Mangum. Caleb Gilbert with the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Rooker down on strikes. Pitch to McNamee. Cold Called strike three, right over the plate, just above the knees. Price with the first pitch. Inside, catches Robertson on the back, and that's going to bring in a run. And a bunch of boos here at Alec Box as Watson will step on home plate. Bases remain loaded. It's now 10-4. The 1-1 pitch to Freeman. Slap down the line. Fair ball by the third baseman into left field. Coming in to score is Smith. They'll send Papierski. The throw to third, off base. Cody Brown can't handle it. And a 2 RBI double by Cole Freeman makes it 12-4 LSU. Here's the 2-1 delivery. Smacked. Line drive to right field. Coming over. Trying to dive for it is Vansaw. Can't come up with it. Coming in to score will be Robertson. Freeman right behind him. It's now 14-4 LSU with a 2 RBI single from Antoine Duplantis. Newman fires the 0-1. Popped up into the air. This should do it. Getting under it, Woolley. Right of second base. Gloves it. Destination Omaha. LSU beats Mississippi State. And a Tiger pile right of the mound. 14-4. LSU a winner tonight. They will make their 18th appearance in the College World Series. They pick up their 8th Super Regional title. This will be the 5th time Coach Paul Maneri has taken the Tigers.
Was on his feet for you. I mean, you were still just kind of, like shell-shocked a little.
Yeah, obviously I wasn't too happy, but, always got to take a moment and appreciate those little things like that. I guess it's the respect that they have for me, and I have a tremendous amount of respect for them for that ovation, and that'll be something that I think I'm going to miss most is walking off the field at Alex Box. It's something that is very hard to describe, and it gives me chills every time.
A little easier to sleep tonight knowing that you're going to get to pitch again?
Absolutely. I definitely didn't want to end my career at LSU like that. And who knows what's going to happen in the future, but hopefully it could be a little bit better than that.
Yeah, what is it like awaiting tomorrow's draft?
I really haven't given it much thought yet. We've been trying to be focused on, obviously this weekend, and, we're in postseason, so if we lose, it's over. So, whatever happens, it's out of our control, and, God has a plan, and, just hope for the best.
Jared, talk about getting another chance to pitch, hopefully in Omaha, where you get to kind of rebound from tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Like I was saying right there, I definitely didn't want that to be my last outing at LSU and in the purple and gold. So, thankfully, I'm definitely going to get at least one more opportunity to pitch with this uniform on, and hopefully I can go out, a lot better than that.
It is what it is because of the fans and everything. To be able to share that moment with them and thanking them for everything. It's 2 in the morning. We're running around the box like crazy men, and they're there celebrating with us. So it's pretty awesome. It's pretty special. So, thank you to all those fans that came out this year and supported us through the times that we've been here, and it's a lot of fun.
As a pitcher at this level, and everyone says, you're going to the next level, all this type of stuff, but you get another chance, obviously, to throw the ball. Mm-hmm. What's that like, knowing that?
It's exciting. It's pretty cool. Being able to put on the uniform every time and going out there and playing for the university that I love. And I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to embrace it. And hopefully we make it 2 times.
You're one of the few guys on this team who has real experience playing in Omaha. Some of those guys, pitchers, came in a couple innings. But how do you help prepare some of these guys for what they're about to experience?
It's just another game of baseball. It's just another – the bases aren't any further, the mound's not any different. Outfield's no different, so it's going out there and doing what we know how to do and know how to play, and we're excited.
Is it hard to try to keep to help people realize that it's
No, I don't think so.
Bigger?
I mean, this team has really shown what it takes week in and week out for the last 6 weekends and how to win championships, and it's pretty special. It's a lot of fun, and we're going to go out there and do the same.
We did it. This is exactly why we came back. All the talk, all the hard work, it paid off. We're getting to live a dream, and honestly, we were just trying to embrace the moment, trying to embrace the crowd. And, that's a sad thing, walking off for the last time here at Alex Box, but we're walking off as a champion, and I mean that's as good as the film. We couldn't ask for anything less.
Pop went to where you would have been.
Yeah, no, believe me, I'm fine. When Coach told us that he was going to take us off, that's a moment you get to have a lot, and I think that speaks a lot on him, that he wants to show us the respect to give us a chance to stay in the division. But I'm just, of course, #1 out there, and Guffey John Jones always. But I was glad he was able to close it out as well. What was the weight like?
I have one thing to say. Omaha, get ready, because here come the Tigers. LSU Nation is going to be coming up to Omaha, and we're going to enjoy ourselves. Hopefully we're going to be there quite a while, but I'm just so proud of this team. I'm so happy for Kramer and Cole and Jared and Greg coming back for one more go at it, and we get to finish in Omaha, which is where everybody predicted we would be before the year. We've always known that everybody expected that of us, and I know at various points along the way, some people doubted that maybe we could do it, but we never lost hope. We never lost belief that we had a team that was capable of doing it, and I think what we're doing now is what we're supposed to be doing, and we're feeling pretty good about ourselves. But you know, I'm just so proud of our guys, and so happy for all the LSU fans and people that care and support LSU baseball. I'm happy for our university. I'm happy for our community. I'm happy for our state. And we're going to go up to Omaha and make.
Well, there you have it. So it's off to Omaha, as we said, for the 18th time in school program history. And I think just as they have been since February, the expectations are high. There's going to be so many fans there. I mean, and it's 3 groups of fans. In fact, you see the Omaha 8 names that you are familiar in recent times with Omaha, some teams longer than others. But and we also have a graphic about the LSU fan attendance, okay? And you got 3 groups of fans for Omaha. You got those that go the whole time. They're going to be there no matter what, as long as LSU's playing. And some will stay and watch the other teams play it out. Then you have the fans who go for the first part of it, and they got to get back to work, got to get back home, family stuff. And a good friend of mine, she told me, she said, we're going if they're in the final best of 3 series. We're going to go up that Sunday. 418,291, the home season attendance, the NCAA leader for the 22nd straight season. And it says it on the top of the screen, home of college baseball's greatest fans, and I truly believe that.
Yeah, and they were there at 1:30 in the morning, a whole bunch of them on a Sunday night or early Monday morning to stick around and watch through all the rain delays and all. It's tremendous, and tip of the hat to what Skip Bertman started and what Paul Maneri has continued throughout. Just a class organization. They really are.
Another thing that happens at this time of the year, the Major League Baseball draft. At least it went on while LSU was not on a playing field. That hadn't always been the case.
I've seen where they were in Omaha in the dugout and somebody hands a player a phone and says, oh, yeah, I've been drafted, thank you. Now, let me get back to the... Finally, they got smart.
Well, when we come back, we're going to get some comments from some of the guys who got drafted. We don't have them all, but we're going to give you the ones we have. It's a special day. That's a lifetime memory. We'll share that with you when we return with more of Tigers Roar. Stay with us.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline if you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death. You must call now.
Call 800-779-1032, 800-779-1032.
Hi, I am Dr. Farrell Frugier Jr., and I am a general dentist at Frugier Family Dentistry. I was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I went to Catholic High School, LSU, and LSU School of Dentistry in New Orleans, where I received my DDS degree in 1986. I always have and will continue to be committed to continuing my education, to invest in technology which makes the diagnosis and delivery of dentistry more thorough, more comfortable, and more aesthetically pleasing. In our practice, we are here to serve the patients. We want to improve their quality of life and to develop relationships with our patients. In dentistry, we have a chance to impact lives on a daily basis, not just by doing dentistry, but by getting to know them and being a part of their life. We also believe in giving back to our community. So every year, we give back to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, Toys for Tots, and Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center. Please stop by and visit our office. We would love to take care of you and your family.
For total home pest control, who are you going to call?
Call the Bug Man, 923-BUGS.
For total pest control for your home or business, call the original Salvat.
Call the Bug Man today, 923-BUGS.
We continue with Tigers Roar, and as we mentioned before the break, the draft got underway this week. As we're sitting here, it's wrapping up the Wednesday portion of the draft, and that lets me remind you the original air of this program each week's on a Wednesday evening from 8 to 10 prime time, and on the internet. We put it up on the YouTube channel mid-morning Thursday. You got replays on the ETEL cable system, WHNO TV channel 20 out of New Orleans. So we appreciate you watching us whenever you can, whether it's the original on Wednesday or one of the rebroadcasts. But the draft, what a time to get that phone call. Yeah. Years ago, I was told I was going to get a phone call. Well, let me check and see if it came in while I wanted. Nope, no missed calls.
I got a phone call. I got a phone call, yeah.
I didn't know that. Give me the info.
7th round, LA Lakers.
Okay.
Nah. I had enough.
Okay.
You had to pay your own way out there to get out there. First round was all that really mattered, still to this day.
Right.
And the NBA finally got smart and said, why are we fooling around with 10 rounds? Let's just do 2 rounds and get it over with.
Right.
And they just got some guy named Magic Johnson the year before. I figured, it's probably,
I'll tell you how bad,
time to move on.
I'll tell you how bad it was for me. You ready for this? Cincinnati Reds, Julian Mock was a scout, took me to lunch several times, said he was going to recommend that they select me. Now, I'm a senior, so I got no bargaining power. If I do get drafted, I'm going to get a hamburger and a Coke. It's going to be my signing bonus. Well, back then, the draft lasted until every team passed. You follow what I'm saying? So they would go 70, 80, 90 rounds, and then the 90th round, it might only be 5 teams picking. Well, they keep going until every team says, I passed.
I've had enough.
So there was probably like 110 rounds, and I still didn't get picked. So, that's how bad I was.
That's flattering.
Well, I'm just being honest, But,
wow.
But I mean, I'll tell you the truth. Now, when the draft, I knew I wasn't going early in the draft, but like in that second day, third day, I remember telling my mom, don't be on the phone, they might call, just that wishful hope, that
those cell phones back then.
55th round, they might say, hey, we want TK, because the guy told me he was going to recommend it to the front office of the Reds.
I just remember getting letters in the mail from Detroit Pistons, LA Lakers, Boston Celtics, and there was a big questionnaire. You had to fill it out, phone number, address, all that stuff.
I did that. He had me fill one of those forms out, so I knew they had Mom and Dad's phone number. And again, no cell phones then. But, anyway, just a little touch there on what he and I did in terms of the draft or whatever. So, but more importantly and better, we've got some comments from a couple of the LSU guys who were selected. Obviously, after the Omaha is over, whenever that may be, they'll negotiate and take it from there. Here's some players drafted from the LSU Tigers.
You going, 9 picks after Kramer must have been pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, we were both at my apartment. It was really exciting. Obviously, both of us were right by our phones and going back and forth with teams and, agents and, just kind of waiting for that name to be called. But it was really exciting. It was really cool to obviously be together and, to see Kramer go and then maybe 10 minutes right after I go. It's pretty special to experience that together.
What were those emotions like of going, obviously celebrating with him, and then probably just as that's kind of calming down, you get
real quick, it was a couple of my friends were over there, Post was over there, Antoine, Lang, and I had my family with me. it was, you're excited for him, and then almost right after I'm getting a phone call about the team, and I'm talking to him, and then like, we might pick you right here, and then you're just sitting there waiting to see your name pop up. And I'm really just hoping they stick with it. And yeah, I mean, it just happened so fast. It's stressful going through and talking to all the teams. But
going into the day, was that kind of the spot you expected to be picked around that area?
Yeah, that's what I'd been hearing. Waking up, I talked to 4 or 5 teams before we had weights, and then just throughout the day leading up. I probably talked to maybe 10 teams and just going back and forth, and yeah, just glad it's over.
Is it kind of a weight lifted off your shoulders going into the weekend?
Yeah, just you don't have to really think about it anymore. Now it's just go play baseball. Let's go try and win a national championship in Omaha. You know where you're going to be going after the season, and just get to play baseball after this year.
Just, it seems like everything's happened so quickly, and it's hard to comprehend it all, but it's been a dream come true, getting to win a super regional, go to Omaha, and then 2 days later be drafted by such an incredible organization with so much history. And, I can't really put it all together. I can't put it into words. I'm just really humbled and honored. And my goal right now is still to go win a national championship, and I'm completely focused on that. But today was a special day for me personally.
Is it kind of hard?
It's got to be almost eerie that you and Cole go 9 picks apart.
Yeah, I just got to his house, and I had an idea that I was going with that pick, but you didn't want to say too much because what if they passed on me and it didn't work out? So my heart was beating really fast when I was coming up, and then he took me, and we were all really excited. Soon, like it was 2 minutes later, Cole got a call. It took him as well, and it was pretty special. We got to experience it with each other, and Lang and Poche and Antoine were all there as well. So that was a really special moment for all of us. And Cole's parents were there too. It was pretty cool.
So kind of like a weight lifted off your shoulders going into next weekend?
Yeah. You never know what's going to happen being a senior. They can really try to lowball you, but the Cardinals were very fair with me, and they were honest, and we were as well. And so to know it's out of the way, I'm going to have a fair chance. I was their second overall pick because they didn't have a first or second round pick. So that's really special to me as well. That shows that they have a lot of interest in me, and I'll get a fair shot at it. So when it comes to the draft and pro ball, the weight's definitely off my shoulders, and now I can completely focus on Omaha and try to win a national championship.
Drove to New Orleans yesterday, kind of midday, and just I had some expectations. Honestly, they weren't set that high. Just being there with my family, friends, some old coaches. It was just a fun time watching it. Just kind of seeing Lang get picked up, seeing a bunch of the guys that I've played against throughout the year, the past 2 years, get picked up. It was just a cool experience, and then to finally get that call and hear your name called, it sends chills down your spine. So it was an unbelievable experience. It's a night that I'm going to remember forever.
Paul said you bet on yourself. Do you look at it like that? Did you bet on yourself and won in the end, or do you not really look at it like that?
A little bit. I told him last year, he kind of asked me, what are you thinking? You're probably going to have a decent shot to go this year, whether it's 3rd, 4th, 5th round. And I told him, it's pretty much black and white. They're going to have to pay me a lot of money if they want me to come out of here before my junior year, and fortunately that didn't happen. I'm glad it didn't happen because I wanted to come back here one more time and take a shot at this thing with these guys, and we're in that situation now. We're past where we were last year. We got a great group of guys, a lot of experience, a lot of freshmen adding into it. So we're going to Omaha.
For those 6 players, this is a great thing for them to see that, gosh, what a great ending to their careers at LSU. They get all their hard work and all their sacrifices and all the work that our staff has done with them, and their teammates have supported them, and then for them to finish their career with a trip to Omaha and a chance to play for a national championship and to get what they wanted as far as professional baseball goes. It's just an awesome day for those guys, or awesome 2 days, I should say. And we're also proud of them, and hope that they'll go, after we win a national championship, that they'll go off and have great pro careers and be able to make a good living, and just continue to make us proud. But last night it was nerve-wracking sitting with Alex watching the first round, and then he's kind of snuck in right there at the end of the first round, the 30th pick.
But what a great organization for him to go with. I'm very familiar with the Cubs, having coached at Notre Dame. We're only 90 miles from Wrigley Field. And one of my best friends is an executive with their team, assistant general manager Randy Bush. So I have great feelings for the Cubs organization and the city of Chicago, and I think Alex is a wonderful fit for there. And then Greg Deichmann, my goodness, you know, we were hoping he'd go 33rd with the A's because I knew they had a really strong interest in him. You know, he ended up going 43rd, so still nothing to be ashamed of. Second round, as I mentioned to people last night, I said, you know, Greg Deichmann gambled on himself. He bet on himself, and he won. You know, he could have signed last year for a significant amount of money, but not as much as he's going to get this year. He decided to come back for the reasons that were important to him. He felt he could improve, have a great experience here, get to Omaha, get closer to graduation, and also, you know, have a better investment made in him by some organization. That's what ended up happening. So really happy for what happened yesterday, and then today for Kramer and Cole both to go in the 4th round, and then for Papierski and Poche both to go in the 9th round. I think that was just very appropriate the way that the draft ended up playing out for our current guys.
So lots of good words there. Yep. It's a special time in all these young guys' life. We see Alex Lang in the 1st round on the tail end of the Chicago Cubs. He's going to get a lot of money. His checkbook's going to look a lot different when he gets back from Omaha.
Undrafted, basically, because he told I think it was the Kansas City Royals, like, I really want to go to LSU, so he never got drafted. But last pick in the 1st round, not too shabby.
And then in the 2nd round, Greg Deichmann, whose stock improved after coming back. He goes to the Oakland A's, and you know, I'm 99.9% sure he'll end up signing.
Yeah. He was a 28th round pick a year ago, so he gambled on himself, and he rolled 7 and 11.
And then also gambling on themselves, the next 2 guys, Kramer Robertson, St. Louis Cardinals. I know you like the Cardinals, a 4th round pick. And as we were talking during the highlight package, Jordy, he's just a ball player. He finds a way to get it done. He draws the walk. He hits the fly ball. He catches the grounder. He dives for the pop-up. He's the relay man. He just finds a way to get it done. He's the old-fashioned definition. He's a ball player.
Why is it? They always say you got to leave as a junior because if you stay for your senior season, you have no wiggle room. You have no negotiating rights. He was drafted in the 32nd round after his junior season. Came back after he's in the 4th round. How does that make sense? I mean, good. I'm happy for him.
Probably an exception to the rule, but he's earned it.
All of these guys, though.
Cole Freeman, I remember his coach at Delgado, Joe Sherman, a dear friend of mine, saying, Tommy, this guy can play. Don't be surprised how good he might end up being. So he goes to the Washington Nationals. And the other guys that were picked, lots of signees were picked as well. Blaine Enlow, the big right-hander with a great curveball from Santa Ma, 1st pick of the 3rd round of the Minnesota Twins. And we mentioned a guy from Southeastern, Max Soroller, going to the Reds in the 5th round. And others. We'll maybe recap all of this stuff on the radio and later on TV.
Enjoy what you've got right now, because next year is going to look completely
LSU baseball is going to be a little skinnier next year. You might be saying Omaha next February.
You never know.
But they're in Omaha now.
That's all that matters.
Saturday night at 7 o'clock, Florida State on the main platform of ESPN and, of course, the LSU Sports Radio Network.
I got my Tremonti steaks and I got some sausage.
He's got it set up.
Ready to
We're
watch
going to come back with more right after this pause on Tigers Roar.
Yes.